What's up, Blizzard Nation? Welcome back to Strictly Blizzness, episode 81.
81 in a row.
Yeah.
We didn't skip any. Well, there were times where we thought we did because...
I for sure did.
You had the number wrong, so...
Actually, more often than not, I have the number wrong before we go on air.
But today you had it correct.
I did.
You got it right off the gate. Right out of the gate. Anyway. Oh, this is going to be a big episode. I'm kind of exhausted already, and we didn't even start.
Well, big news right off the bat. Congratulations to Argentina. No. I think that's a rope-a-dope in boxing terms. Congratulations to Big Bark.
Oh, we're going there right away?
We are.
Oh.
I figured to kick off the 81st, right? Okay. So we've been with Big Bark for 81 episodes of goodness of Strictly Blizzness. And those of you guys that have watched from episode 1, it started with Kathy and I doing COVID quarantine game day videos that evolved into this, and Drew from Big Bark kind of went on a journey with us, and he's got big news.
He does
when I say Big Bark, you say big news.
No, I say woof. I say woof. But well, before you go into the big news, this is kind of his brainchild.
It is,
to be honest. So we owe Drew a lot of thanks. I'm going to try not to get choked up. We owe Drew a lot of thanks. We owe Big Bark a lot of forethought into what we would be doing here.
Yeah.
Like you said, during COVID, it was just us on Zoom.
I know.
It was...
Sometimes in your pantry. Vitrano was in his pantry, too.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what that whole episode was about. But anyway, that was only because I could only get... That was a spatial thing.
Yeah,
it was a spatial thing. Anyway, Big Bark has been an integral part of our marketing for the Blizzard as well. Yeah. So everything you see on game day up on the big board, the Big Bark big board, the Big Bark. We'll say that 6 times really fast. Right. But no, he's been a very big part of us, and his dream has always been to stay involved in sports and to make it to the big time.
Yeah.
I mean, we're pretty big time.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
But
we are a big deal.
But to make it to the major leagues.
Yeah.
Did you see what I did there?
That's well played, actually.
Yeah. So there you go. That's your intro.
Yeah. So last episode, Drew had told us that he will now be part of the Milwaukee Brewers family. So huge shout out. I won't mess up the title and what Drew will actually be doing, but what he's doing a lot of now, what he's done for us on video board on game day, that will be his world at a major league team in Wisconsin, which I don't know, outside of a 2.5-hour drive, could have been better for him.
No.
So yeah.
No. Well, it's not 2.5.
Yeah.
Maybe from here.
Well, that's if you're driving.
Well, not from here. It's not. Yeah, it's under 2. Yeah,
my bad.
Hour and a half.
This is all over the episode being wrong again. Like it's numbers. We know that.
Yeah, you just keep.
Yeah, no. We'll stick to words, which aren't great either. We found out earlier this morning.
Yeah, spelling.
Yeah, right. So congratulations. As I look stage left, thank you for all you've done to take us to this point and truly make a thing that the league has mimicked and other people in the league watched. And I hope we know hopefully it had a part in what you got yourselves involved in, and congratulations on being relentless and going after what you wanted to do as well.
We know that we're not going to have as great of a producer hanging with us with, all of our quirkiness and all of our marvelous Marvel stuff.
If you need me to zoom in, I can certainly do that.
So he could zoom in every once in a while.
Yes.
Be kind of a blast from the past.
Interview him on an episode after he's done a bunch of Brewer games.
There we go. Yeah. We could do that. So we won't necessarily be saying, when I say Big Bark, you say
woof
anymore. Well, we might occasionally for certain things that Drew will continue to support us with. But the show itself will have a new look. I might have a new hairdo. I don't know. And you, what are you going to do different?
I mean, I'll wear
new
socks.
Glasses. You wear socks. Oh, God.
So we're in January. We will come to you from a new place. We're just working out those details right now, so I'm not going to @ anybody in this video. I was tagged in one of their videos. I had the opportunity to speak with them a couple weeks ago, so you can find that on my personal Facebook. I don't think we shared that from Blizzard Land because none of that's public yet, but really good group, and we hope everything pans out. Either way, we'll be coming to you in January early with a new look to Strictly.
Correct.
So, yep.
Correct. So episode 82 will be with our new partners.
Who Big Bark speaks highly of. So
good.
That's an emotionally awesome open.
It is.
Should we hit him with it?
And that's a wrap.
Yeah. Cool. So in Blizzard Land, we will hit you with all the holiday stuff right now because Kathy and I won't see you until after the new year.
Yeah, it'll be mid-January by the time it'll be really close to train. It'll be a month from training camp.
Yeah. So that will be an epic first episode elsewhere.
Yes.
So
oh my gosh.
Buckle up.
Yeah.
So we hope this week yet, for any last minute Christmas shopping, the Kids Club will be live, which is awesome. So thank you to Kids Dental Experts for being part in the Kids Club this year. So
what is
great
Kids?
question, Ken.
I'm glad
you asked.
Well, I figured I wouldn't get a word in edgewise if I had asked,
That's fair. So specific mini football, and Big Bark can throw that up because he designed it. So it's the only place you can get the Kids Club mini football, a drawstring backpack that looks like our jersey, which is really cool.
Fabulous.
2 vouchers to any Blizzard game, excluding Kids Night. And here's why. Not because we weren't going to let you come to the sold out game, but because why would you use your free voucher for a game you're already free to on Kids Night? So,
that doesn't make much sense.
Again, that's 12 and under for the Kids Club, and it's 12 and under on Kids Night to get a free ticket. So that's why you can't use your voucher on Kids Night. But you get 2 vouchers, good for any other 2023 Green Bay Blizzard game. You get a discount off merch because you get a Kids Club ID card.
Ooh.
Yep. Yes. And you actually get a certificate when you book an appointment or go in even for a cleaning at Kids Dental Experts. A really nice electronic toothbrush, thanks to them, which is more value than the Kids Club itself, if I'm being honest. So, yeah.
That's fabulous.
So, yeah.
Really cool.
Pretty awesome. So I think we have that set at 30:35. I'm messing on getting a link live. So be sure to get that. It'll be available all season long, but if you start waiting until after games, there's only, I think, 250 available due to the football needing to be ordered months ahead of time. So it definitely is a while supplies last thing because it is a steal for.
When do they get the actual pack?
Also good question. So the thing holding all of that up, for those of you guys have watched any episode of Strictly, is our footballs don't come in until March. So we have set it that you can pick up everything at fan services on game day when you order it. Because that's, I mean, if I had my guess, it's either late February or early March when the balls
supposedly.
So you can order now. We can help you redeem for your game, and then you can just pick up the rest of it at fan services when you're going to go to the games that you pick. But all of that will be for pickup only. We won't ship those out because we don't have the footballs yet. So
yeah. So if you're doing that as a Christmas gift,
yeah.
Do you have a certificate or something you can give them?
Yep. Okay. So we've had a couple other people that wanted to buy now, even though single game tickets aren't on sale, and you absolutely can do that. We can create something for under the tree. Same thing with Kids Club if you want to order one. So.
All right. So you said something really important there. Single game tickets are not available yet.
Correct.
When do we typically do that? Because everybody's different. Every arena is different.
Yep.
When do our season... we have season tickets. We have vouchers available now.
Yep.
But when do those single game tickets actually go live?
End of January. So roughly usually about a month out. Actually, so it'll be early February. Sorry. If you're a flex holder and you can still become a flex holder, you get a week before single game tickets go on sale. So you can pick great seats before the public start snatching them up. And again, now that we have a sellout under our belt, we know one game will go particularly nuts. Mm-hmm. And actually just the trends of groups and schools and national anthems, youth jersey night's going to go particularly nuts this year because it falls in the spring break window. So you can, single game will go on sale right away early February, the week prior, and we're about to go public with all of that. You can redeem if you're a flex holder. Either you can go to the Resh and do it physically, or you can load them to your account, which saves you going to the Resh and just redeem online.
Right. Awesome. And which ticket service is that through?
For a single game?
Yeah.
ReshCenter.com.
Okay.
So which functions on Tickets Master, but single game is all ReshCenter.com. TicketStar. Sorry. They're not a sponsor, so I don't offend anybody there. So
it's TicketStar.
ReshCenter.com is where you go.
ReshCenter.com. But it'll take, if you have a TicketStar ID, for instance, you could use that to get into TicketStar.
Yes.
Search for the Resh, search for the Blizzard, and
get some tickets.
And get some tickets.
Yep.
Awesome. But not until January.
Correct.
Or February.
Yep.
Okay.
February.
Now that we've made that.
February is single game
Very,
tickets
very-
on sale.
yes.
And any certificate redemption, anything like that. The only way you get tickets earlier is if you're a season ticket holder or a flex holder.
Excellent. All right. So that's all things tickets.
Yeah.
What else? What else you got going on?
Have some national anthem slots and always welcome for more schools involved. So you can reach out to myself, Naparella, or Selena at greenbayblizzard.com if you have a school interested in a national anthem. So
Perfect. Fabulous.
yeah.
That's it?
I mean,
I thought you had like so much more.
and there's more.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Do I?
Oh,
What did we talk about before?
oh my word.
I know this is bad.
All right. So you're supposed to give me an intro now.
An intro. What else you got, Kathy?
No. Okay. So here's the deal in IFL land.
No.
We have decided, and actually our coach found this out late last week, that there's not going to be a coaches meeting per se. They're going to do that via Zoom in late January. We as owners are still getting together, like I had said, right near the end of January. I don't know that there'll be any new rules, but we may be shifting, and I kind of mentioned this once before, we may be shifting some of our rules to follow more of the college game.
Okay.
As we all know, there have been games in the last 2 seasons, especially where we could say, based on a call, a game has gone away from a team or another team got it because of bad calls. Sure. So we're trying to, for lack of a better phrase, help with how these officials are trained, because we'll follow what they normally do, which is college ball.
Sure.
So the easier we make the rules for them to be able to follow, so that they don't have all those specialty defense or specialty positions that they have to look after. It may help the game speed up a little bit, because they're not all conferring with one another as to what the rule really is. Although Tom Fasanelli does a great job with training them, they don't always follow all of his training tools. So, and we had that happen a couple of times where he had a training video for that week that went out to all the refs. And then that very weekend, the very thing he was explaining in his training happened 2 or 3 times to various teams. So we look forward to having it be a little bit, I don't know what's the right word. I'll say closer to that level of play. Not that we're at a subpar level,
Sure.
but I think it will help everyone in the end. Coaches that are new coming in, they know the college game. I think it'll definitely help. So that's things that we're going to be talking about at the league meetings. You all know who's playing in the coming year, or in 23 for the season. So that's not a secret. As far as some of the fodder that I've seen out on the forum, I do have one thing to talk about.
Sure.
The AFL has announced that they're coming back. They have this really nice, warm and fuzzy video about preaching to the choir on how they're going to take care of their players, how they're going to take care of their communities. And I found it to be very interesting, because their model is starting to look like the IFL model. They're talking about being in communities, being a part of the community. We have said that from day one, that we want our owners to be involved in the communities that their teams are in. So I'm just going to put this out there. And if you want to lambaste me, I don't really care at this point. The AFL failed twice. It's the same people involved, same person that's been involved in the first 2. What makes you think it's going to be any better the second time around, or third time around? The second time around, they didn't waste as much money for those poor owners, but they left the players high and dry.
Sure.
Their player union basically screwed over the players. I don't know how, if they keep that same model, and I'm sure they'll tweak it a little bit.
Right.
But we did have people on the forum saying, well, now that the AFL is coming back, Arizona and Massachusetts are going to go back to them. People, no, they left them for a reason. Iowa left that whole mindset for a reason. They're not going back to the AFL. So good luck to the AFL on trying to reestablish. I can tell all of you that the biggest part of their model was they were paying to play on TV. So when you have a franchise that's paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to appear on TV, and you're not booking that many people in your arenas, or your arenas aren't big enough to help that price tag, I don't care how much national sponsorship you have, it doesn't, the model just does not work.
Yeah.
So yes, the AFL plans on coming back. There have been rumors of it. Now they're saying, like I said, they have the video out there. But I would not anticipate seeing any of our teams go there. I don't. It doesn't give them any more to go there, especially with our new partnership with the XFL. You know, there's some great things happening behind the scenes that will bring about some real good change, I think, in the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
So that's what I have in IFL world.
Awesome. Inside the IFL.
Inside.
With Kathy Trinkler. Presented by Strictly Blizzness.
When I say big bark, you say
woof.
Yeah. I just wanted you to get in a couple woofs because it's usually me.
I know.
It's usually me.
Trying to think if there's anything else crucial before Christmas and New Year's. So the reversible pre-order will have a dead stop on December 31st. So you can still get it with whatever comes in on game day. You can no longer pre-order it at $5 off and guarantee your size, because we will make a general order, but when we're out of this thing. So
yeah, so they're not going to be here until March.
Correct.
So just for everybody that's placed that order, you know, I had a couple people ask me at some Christmas events that I was at in these past 2 weeks. So I can't get it till March, even if I pre-order? Yeah, that's how that works. We're pre-ordering so that you're not part of the masses that get it available that game day. But yeah, when it's gone, it's gone. And it's pretty cool.
It is.
Yeah, as in the words of Bryce Bohm, Mimi, that's pretty awesome. So I'm just saying, the kids like it.
Yep. And there's been a ton of pre-orders, so we're really excited for that. And again, we plan on ordering enough as best we can guess. We won't never shortchange yourself on something you can sell. There's business 101, but like we aren't going to reorder, right? So when 4XL is gone, it's gone, and you probably should have pre-ordered. So, yeah.
Right. So, you know, those of you that watch this and have friends that are Blizzard fans that don't watch, well, convince them to start watching, but also tell them to get their jersey ordered.
Yes.
So that they for sure have one.
Absolutely.
So I guess I got to get my order in then.
True story.
Okay.
Pop culture land, or
let's go to pop culture.
Yeah.
We can't give too much away because there are still so many people that haven't seen it.
Yes.
We went to see
the Blue Man Group. Sorry. Waiting 20 minutes to say that.
They're kind of teal. They're not blue.
Right.
Yeah, no. We went to see Avatar last week before it hit theaters on Friday. So we saw it on Thursday, and it was very good.
Yeah.
It was very, very good. I was pleasantly surprised with how engaged I was because, you know, some people may say, oh, it's the same as the first, or it feels the same. It kind of did in some respects, but then there were others where you had to know the story from previously.
Yep.
And I don't want to give too much away, but you need to know some of those main characters because they play a role in this movie. And there's still some unanswered questions at the end of this movie that obviously are going to be answered in the next
3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
In the next couple.
I think that's his plan, right? But it did good as its own movie to not just set up what will be a franchise for a decade or whatever he's going to do.
Yeah, it stood on its own. It stood on its own. It was very, very well done. You know, the bad guys are the bad guys. The good guys getting downtrodden and then, you know, coming back. And it was very well done. It was long, so it's long. Make sure you go to the bathroom prior to getting to the movie.
Bad.
You know?
You got to go already? Yep.
And then, you know, for how long it was, though, I did not feel like it was lagging anywhere. No. It kept you engaged. There were a couple of parts that I was listening to and going, wait, this makes no sense.
Right.
And then at the end, I'm like, oh, okay, now I get what they're saying. So they kind of do a flashback, which is a prequel, which is, I mean, it's like, whatever.
Yeah, and I think I saw, I mean, and Drew could probably attest to this, like, I think it shows why he waited and took so long, because the technology caught up, and it looks and it's filmed insane. And when I told Kirsten, when you mentioned the length, I said they maybe I felt cut 15 to 20 minutes of showing off, because it looks incredible. And there was some visually stunning stuff that was not like plot related, but it was just amazing to see. So
yeah, CGI has come a long way, because even at one point I looked over at Ryan and I went, do you think that's a real person? Because that doesn't even look like it's generated in any way. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, so go see it.
It is just as much the spectacular as the first one. So very much worth going over this holiday season. A lot of people go to movies between Christmas and New Year's. Some people go on Christmas Day because they're sick of their families and like, hey, how about we all go to a movie? Because then we don't have to talk.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that's ever done that. But
all right.
Anyway.
Big movies coming next year. I'll probably, if you weren't paying attention to Facebook pop culture, I'll probably make you sad on set. Did you see after Black Adam, actually Henry Cavill is out. He's done. James Gunn voted him off the island. So,
which I don't get.
I don't either. And I had a lot of respect for that guy. If he is incredible with Guardians, but like, you've taken a guy that probably could have saved the DC universe, not necessarily The Rock, but Cavill was such a fan favorite.
See, but Cavill might be a little too down to earth for Gunn. Yeah. Because if you think about, I mean, I love The Rock. You know how much I love The Rock.
Right.
But it's gotten to the point where his head is just doing this.
Yeah. Yep.
Without even that fro that he could have if he wanted to.
Yeah.
So maybe he only wanted one.
Sure.
One or multiple, but didn't get it out of Henry. So that's too bad. I hope they keep making The Witcher. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I did see it and I just went, you're stupid. And you never know. It could come, come full circle. How many times have we talked about something and then all of a sudden, oh, look at who's back.
But I also feel like outside of what was the Terrence Howard and Don Cheadle thing was like a money dispute, right? That's why we got a War Machine change. Okay, Drew's nodding yes. But look at so here's DC's problem, right? And we won't extend the episode, but there's too many Batmans, and now there's going to be too many Supermans. Like, whereas a Marvel person is that person outside of a couple or one passing away that is the Black Panther, right? Like, there's a constant casting revolving door in DC. So,
Right. Which then changes the storyline because they play that character differently. I mean, each Batman movie, standalone, okay. But to put them together, that just doesn't make much sense.
Yeah, and now you have the Robert Pattinson one running as its own thing. And
because he's not coming
showing
back.
up again in Flashpoint, whatever. So,
But, hey.
Yeah.
They make the big bucks.
It's true,
actually. So what do we know? We're just a bunch of...
film Strictly.
Yeah. We just go to the movies.
Yes.
We're not making movies.
Correct.
Yet. Anyway.
It's like Spaceballs, the movie. Strictly Blizzness, the lunchbox.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, boy.
So Kate discovered Spaceballs last year.
Really?
And she's like, Mom, have you ever seen this movie?
And I went, oh my gosh, you not just ask me that.
Kate. She's like, it's really stupid, but it's funny. Like, yeah, there was a lot of innuendo in that movie, but
for sure.
I think you can't appreciate it till you're just a little bit older. And so she's at that right age where a lot of that stuff made more sense.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Awesome.
So we're going to go do something kind of fun on Wednesday.
Field trip.
We're doing a field trip.
Yeah.
Blizzard office is going on a field trip.
Yep.
What are we going to do?
We're going to see a movie that
well, look at that. We're going to a movie.
Now know it's called Spirited. So.
Yes. So if you have Apple TV, it's worth watching. It's a great movie. I watched it on Apple TV, but we're going to see it in the theater. So you have the opportunity to see these two jokesters, Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds, together on on film, and they are fabulous.
Cool.
Oh, I got a frog in my throat. They are fabulous together. It's a musical,
Okay.
which you would not expect,
Yeah.
and yet you kind of go, yeah, I could see that. And there's a great phrase in that I'm going to bring back
good.
into regular pop culture and just say, good afternoon. Yeah. That's a very...
I have not seen it yet.
Yeah. When
Yeah.
you see it, you'll remember me saying, good afternoon.
Got it.
And then you're going to go, oh, good afternoon. You'll get it. You'll
Okay,
get it. And
got
all
it.
of you that have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway.
Yeah, so I thought that was cool. So that'll be outside of our extended family village Christmas party. That'll be the Blizz front office hanging out. So cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Well, that's
then
what we...
Christmas will be here.
Yeah.
So we want to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas.
Yep.
Please be safe. Please be smart. Have fun with your families. Enjoy this time of year. So many of us have lost people in 22, and the holidays are tough.
Yep.
They're already tough, but that just makes missing that someone that much more difficult during the holiday season. So, celebrate with everybody as though it's your last Christmas. And that sounds morbid, but it's so very real. Celebrate as though it's your last Christmas together with each other, because you never know
Yep.
how many more Christmases you have to celebrate.
For sure.
So let all the petty BS go and just enjoy one another's company and quirks and whatever else your family brings to
Yeah.
you. So, because every family has, they all
True.
have quirks.
True.
And if you don't know where the quirk is, well, it's probably you.
You are the quirk.
You're the
Yeah,
quirk.
and then fast forward a week. I mean, Happy New Year, because again, we won't see you till January. So
Yeah. So happy 23. There are a lot of people anticipating 23 to come because they've been so done with 22.
Yep.
But there's always that hope of a new year and what a new year will bring. So we're excited to bring in 23, and we'll see you in 23.
And then we'll be counting down to single game tickets, home opener, training camp, you name it. So
Should we announce training camp, or should we save that for the next?
we can save that,
Because I
Yeah,
think
we can
that'll
save
be
that.
a big post. We have a surprise for training camp this year that we'll share with you in the new year.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I got.
All right. Awesome.
Should we hit him with it
Is Drew,
one more
Drew,
time?
are you coming on
Drew-
set to
Drew, are
say
you-
hey?
Say farewell? Should we hit Drew with it?
We should hit. Yeah, we're just gonna hit Drew. Can you get your hands going in both directions so we can hit you?
So,
I mean, Corey couldn't figure it out, but it's real easy.
Oh, good job. Let's hit him
so
with.
thank you to the man behind the camera and truly the mastermind behind the show for 81 episodes.
I couldn't make
We
it to
really-
100. I can't get the syndication. That's my problem.
Really can't.
Syndication's coming.
That's
Or
where
you
we make
can't
the
take
money.
it anymore.
Can't take
we
it.
really appreciate you and
Yes,
thank
thank
you.
you. Thank
Should
you.
we hit him with it?
Let's hit him.
with it.
Go Blizz.
Don't forget to like, follow,
Subscribe
share.
and ring that notification bell to get all of our content in your inbox.